All right, good morning. Welcome in for another Friday safety focus of the week. It is 6:30 on this Friday, December 16th already, 2022. Amazing, the year is just about over and welcoming 2023. So this code item of the week is don't overpromise or underdeliver. Ben, Dow, you have anything to
Yeah.
add on this topic?
Good pre-planning enhances our ability um to not overpromise and underdeliver because we got a good idea of what of our expectations. So um just a different way of looking at it. Our the way we plan and think things out first helps us to get a good idea so that we don't do this. The other part of it is if you're gonna miss, if you're gonna, you know, if you're if you're gonna fall short, let people know. You
Yep.
can
Yep.
adjust your promise if you need to.
Yep. Good communication helps with that. So another seven more day count. So we're up to 180 days without a recordable injury, and we did not have a first aid injury in the last 7 days. So that day count is up to 14. So nice job. And then today we're going to have an additional exposure to the whole entire workforce. Not one is driving, but secondary is just walking. With all the snow anticipated for today. So that's kind of what we're talking about. So Austin, why don't you take it away as we're talking about slip trips and winter conditions today?
All right. Yeah, as Matt said, it's getting snowy and slippery out there, so I want to talk about slip trips and falls and in the winter. Um, first thing you want to look at is walk slowly. Have a plan for where you're gonna go. If you're having to carry something, walk between areas. Have a plan. Know the area and what it's gonna take to walk through there. Uh, take small, deliberate steps to avoid falling. Wear good footwear with a slip resistant sole, or there are many types of these traction aids that slip on your shoes. Yak tracks. There's micro spikes. These are really good for outdoors in the ice and snow, but make sure if you do wear them to take them off when you go inside because they are, terrible on tile and things like that. Uh, you want to watch out for black ice. That's not easy to see sometimes. It hides, and a lot of people have become victims to black ice for sure. And then before you go inside, make sure you dry your feet. Not only is slippery outside, but if you get a tile floor or something like that wet, it's gonna be slippery inside as well. Um, when carrying stuff around the job site, avoid carrying so much where it's going to obstruct your view. Make sure you can be able to scan ahead of you, 6 feet or more to see what's coming up. Either take multiple trips or ask for help from somebody else. And then, if you got an offer a forklift or something that can assist you moving the material, use that if you can. And then take extra care when you're getting out of vehicles or equipment. Use 3 points of contact. Slowly step down and test the surface. Don't just jump at the equipment. Assume everything's fine. That can lead to a lot of injuries and things like that. Uh, keep the work site safe. Clear snow from the work site and working area. Compacted snow becomes ice, and it can get very slippery. Use salt or sand to assist in traction on surfaces. Salt will help melt the ice or snow, and sand just adds that extra traction aid. Try to keep the work area as dry as possible because a wet area today can become ice overnight, and you can see the changing conditions. Keep your walking and working surfaces clear of unused tools and debris. If you're not going to use the tool for a while, make sure you put it away in a good spot. You clean up the area. Don't have trash laying around, things that you can trip over. And then beware of changes in the site when freezing and thawing occur. Right now you're seeing during the day it can warm up above freezing and your site gets really muddy. And overnight that mud turns to ice and becomes very uneven and rough. So those are just some things to look out for. Be safe out there. Again, be deliberate with your steps and where you're placing your feet. Take it slowly. So that's all I got for you today.
Thanks, Austin. Very informative. Looking back in our history, slip, trips, and falls in winter conditions has been one of our biggest lost issues regarding with shoulder sprains, rotator cuff injuries, landing on shoulders, back issues. So it's something to really take serious, and let's really put a high level of focus on it here over the next couple months.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Austin, and great presentation. I love the photos. They were good photos matching up with your, especially the CCI photo here. Okay, I'll share my screen. If I can find the right one. It's strange. I never have hardly any windows open. Haha. Yeah, I think I found it. You see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
We got it.
Okay. This other box up to the top out of the way here. There we go. Okay, announcements. Boy, we're coming right up to the end of the year, everybody.
Yeah.
Upcoming Christmas and New Year's holiday schedule, which is really starting a week from today. We have the Friday on December 23rd, 1 week away at 12 noon. We're going to start with the Christmas barbecue and distribution of hams. So make sure you get there to get all that, get filled up with ham and our barbecue. Take home a ham. And then the following Monday, the 26th, the day after Christmas, is the official federal, state, local holiday and will be closed. And then a week from Monday is the 2nd of January, and that's also the recognized holiday for the new year. I kept this on the email with the announcement of the 2022 annual employee giving, and just go and recap this. We've got the Classic Mike Lawyer, the Vermont National Guard Charitable Foundation, the UVM Cancer Foundation, and Make-A-Wish. And also want to kind of just look at last year's results. All told together, we raised over $20,000, which is excellent. And Sarah's pushing us harder to even do better this year, setting a goal of 25,000. So great. Let's listen to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And the wellness plan here is, again, just wanted to leave it here for everyone who can just link it to what it's all about. You can just click the link, or you can just call Champlain Medical, or check with say Matt or Ben Dow, or even just call up Champlain Medical and make an appointment. Doesn't really take much learning about other than to just go experience it.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted the winter storm warning here.
Yeah.
And it's saying heavy snow expected, 5 to 12 inches in our area with localized higher amounts. And so what's critical here is that it's starting now, obviously, and that snowfall rates could reach 1 to 2 hours, 1 to 2 inches per hour on Friday today. So the concern would be visibility and slick conditions and a lot of travel hazards. So if you don't have to travel, don't. I expect also we're going to have to make sure the job sites are secure and clear. And here's the the National Weather Service little, weather bar here, and you can see the bright red for winter storm warning. So they're taking it pretty serious. It sounds like some areas would be fairly extreme, not so much in the Champlain Valley, but in other places in mostly in the Adirondacks, but in a few places in the Green Mountains. This week we're profiling the VTrans Stowe STPG signal 52, and we are contracted with VTrans to widen Route 100 in Stowe at West Hill Road and to install a traffic signal system. The widening will allow for a new turning lane onto West Hill coming from the Stowe direction. And ECI will be installing the signal system in the coming months, along with the mast pole foundations, final paving, signage, line striping, and other final highway features will occur in the spring of 23. 23. It's coming up, just 2 weeks away. And then we have this picture. It was kind of interesting. This was a Google Street View map. And I'm like, oh, look at that. There's a LOD ribbon out there. And then I look closely at that little gray box on the top left, and it says Street View, September 22. So this is just at the start of our work. And the drawings here show the limits of the work with West Hill Road and 100 going across. Northbound is to the right. And here's the view of what it will look like after we've widened and put in the signals as far as the plans go, with a turning lane coming from Stowe to turn on to West Hill to eliminate that traffic backup, obviously. And I see from the drawing or from the street view, I think what a lot of people were doing was sneaking around to the right side. So I think it was, people were still trying to get around there, probably causing a hazard doing that. So there'll be just one mast pole and lights just off from that single mast pole. And here's a section, typical section. See, we just shifted, added that 11-foot lane with shoulder and the aggregate shoulders, and then extended the ditch out further with some type 2 stone fill and some grubbings on top. And new under drain too. So we had to plug an existing culvert, seal it up to get started. And then they opened up that area to widen the ditch and extend the road out. Here's the material, I think came from Percy. Had it all opened up and built the surface, and they're going back to put in the ditch and the ditch lining. A little compaction at the end going on here around some of the under drain. And there we are with the new subgrade prepped with the ditch and the type 2 stone fill for the ditch lining on the far side. It gets fairly steep on that bank there. And then they paved it, getting towards the cooler weather here, obviously, and got that extended width paved out and set Jersey barriers for the winter. And then there, as it is pretty much now, I wonder if they're still trying to sneak around. I see that there's some tracks. Maybe those are our tracks there in the center, which sweep around, but hopefully there won't be any incidents while we've got the site buttoned up from the winter, for the winter. And then for the photo archives, I have a picture from Stowe from Spruce Peak back in 2011 in June. And we're putting interduct along the lift line for Spruce Peak, and you can see the resort down below. So we're plowing in with our RT 115 quad. It looks like Carl Lockerbie sitting in the operator's cab. Looks like Carl, doesn't it, Ben?
Yep, that's Carl.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm all set. Thank you, everybody, for attending, and have a safe day. Watch out for the snow. Matt, take it over.
Yep, thank you all. If you're watching a group sending, please send me a message so I can capture attendance. Let's drive safe. Let's walk safe today in the snow conditions.
Important.
Have a great day.
Be safe.
See ya.